Man of Steel and The Witcher star Henry Cavill can't be blamed for having a boring love life. Stories abound of a short-lived marriage proposal, a 10-day fling, and falling for a stuntwoman. Let's take a look inside Henry Cavill's complicated search for love. Henry Cavill found himself a horse girl when he proposed to British show-jumping writer Ellen Whittaker in the spring of 2011. Recounting the proposal, she said, "I couldn't believe it when he asked me to marry him. I thought we were there to celebrate his birthday. It was such a surprise and I am so happy." However, less than a year later, the engagement was called off. In August of 2012, a source told Us Weekly that they broke up 3 months ago, but there was no fallout. They just both agreed it wasn't working. Whittaker moved on and had her first child with fellow show jumper Antonio Marina Soto in 2014. According to her Instagram, she still show jumps professionally, and she and Santos have welcomed a second son into their family. This will make the first and only time Cavill decided to put a ring on it. What will the future hold? Stay tuned. Shortly after his engagement with Ellen Whittaker ended, Henry Cavill started dating MMA fighter and actor Gina Carano. And in 2013, a source told Us Weekly that, quote, "Gina is a complete firecracker, and she's finally found someone who can handle her." Cavill and Carano even became pet parents to an Akita puppy named Cal. It's hard to get an accurate read on the true timeline of this relationship. However, it appears they started dating in 2012, split briefly in 2013, gave things another shot later that year, then broke up for good in 2014. Cavill kept the dog. Their high-profile relationship was brought to light once again in the wake of Carano's firing from The Mandalorian over insensitive tweets. According to Deseret News, the actor started receiving online backlash for ever dating her in the first place. However, The Sun reported that Carano is currently dating American Muay Thai fighter Kevin Ross. Remember when Henry Cavill dated the Big Bang Theory star Kaylee Cuoco? If you don't, we understand, since they only dated for 10 days in 2013 during his first split from Gina Carano. According to a source in Us Weekly, things fizzled as quickly as they heated up, but they are still friends. During an interview with Cosmopolitan in 2014, Cuoco shed light on why their relationship ended so quickly. When asked how she went from sorta famous to having paparazzi camped out at her house, Cuoco replied, "It was Superman. I had no one following me until I met Superman. I've been in this business for 20 years and my whole life I could go anywhere, do anything." In 2020, her brief fling with Cavill came up again during an appearance on What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. When the host asked Cuoco, quote, "Is the Man of Steel really made of steel?" Kaylee replied,
"I don't know."
Kaylee,
I don't know. I always have an answer, but I don't know.
Henry Cavill started dating Bristol University student Tara King in 2016 when she was just 19 and he was 32. The Witcher star told Elle that after meeting King, he told himself, quote, "Don't mess this up, man." And during an interview with The Mirror that year, the Man of Steel actor said, "She's there when I need looking after and the world is a little too heavy. Then she will happily take that weight for me and make sure that I am okay." We'll let you draw your own conclusions as to whether that is too heavy for a teenager. In any case, barely 2 months later, Cavill and King split. And according to an Us magazine source, she was in too deep and he didn't want anything too serious. They'll remain good friends, but it just wasn't meant to be. Page 6 reports that Cavill told King they could remain friends, and even invited her to his birthday party, which she attended. A source reportedly told Page 6 that, quote, "It has been very difficult for Tara, who has been saying he was the love of her life." In 2017, Henry Cavill fell hard for Lucy Cork, a stuntwoman he met while working on Mission Impossible Fallout. According to a source for The Mirror, when Lucy's around, Henry goes weak at the knees, like Superman has had a dose of kryptonite. Cavill backed up that assertion in a since-deleted Instagram post when he gushed about who he referred to as, quote, "My Lucy." He said, "She is one of the best stuntwomen in the world and she grows every day." However, by early the following year, the couple had split and Cavill was ready for action. A source told the Mirror that during a Warner Brothers film party in 2018, his friends were trying to set him up with any available lady. A source said, "One girl introduced herself and a pal shouted over them, 'He's single and ready to mingle.' Henry laughed awkwardly before trying to carry on chatting to the mortified girl." Days after Henry Cavill was photographed by the Daily Mail taking a stroll through London with a mysterious blonde, he took out the mystery and went Instagram official with Natalie Viscuso. He captioned the photo of the new couple seated at a chessboard. "This is me looking quietly confident shortly before my beautiful and brilliant love Natalie destroys me at chess." Viscuso uploaded the same photo to her Instagram with the caption, "Just teaching my dear Henry how to play some chess, or maybe he let me win?" We don't know who won the game, but according to her LinkedIn, Viscuso is the vice president of television and digital studios at Legendary Entertainment. This is the company that produced Man of Steel and Enola Holmes. We also know that she was featured on MTV's My Super Sweet 16. A description of her episode reads, "Natalie has just moved from dull Roswell, New Mexico to glamorous La Jolla, California to live with her wealthy dad and stepmom. It just so happens that Natalie's dad owns 5 of the hottest nightclubs in Southern California. Whatever happens, at least the couple won't have any issues finding any nightclubs to party in." Much like with every celebrity, Henry Cavill had his share of media speculation. He was rumored to be dating fitness trainer and television personality Jillian Michaels in 2007, but neither has spoken up publicly to shoot that down. Shortly after his breakup with Kaylee Cuoco, Celebrity Dirty Laundry linked the star to a 21-year-old avid hunter named Marisa Gonzalo. The site contends that Cavill, a vocal animal lover, didn't see much of a future with someone who poses next to dead deer. The Sun reports Cavill briefly dated hairstylist Susie Redmond as well. In 2018, Demi Lovato fired the shot heard around the internet. According to HuffPost, the Heart Attack singer liked 2 of Cavill's Instagram photos. She then followed him and immediately posted a photo of herself in lingerie. Cavill then started liking and commenting on her photos. The internet thought a new romance was brewing, but as we know, it never came to fruition. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about Henry Cavill are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.